Where's she gonna get her makeup done? I did it.
I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Andy Man. It's your girl, Andy. And as you can tell by the title, we are doing another full face of affordable drugstore makeup. So everything on my face is affordable. You can find it at Target, you can find it at that affordable side of Ulta, even like your local CVS or Walgreens. So if you would like to see how I achieved this beautiful affordable beat, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, like this video, and keep watching. Alright y'all, so I'm actually running a tad bit late. So first, before I put anything else, I'm going to use the NYX Plump Right Back. This is a plumping serum and primer, although I like to use it more of as a serum than a primer. I'm just going to put this on my face while I do my eyes. Ooh, my fingers is itchy. I didn't know my fingers could get itchy. This kind of just helps keep my face all nice and juicy. Alright. It does have a little bit of tack to it, but not as much as the the Power Grip. So, okay, eyeballs. Apparently, I didn't bring out everything I needed. Give me a sec. Okay, so to prime my eyes, I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C12. Just gonna add a dot. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, a dollop to each eye and blend that in. This is my Morphe M173 brush. It's like a dense concealer brush. I'm not doing an intensive eyeshadow look today. Wow, really can't talk. But I'm not doing an intensive eyeshadow look today, but I still want it to look cute, you know what I'm saying? Because I do actually have to go outside. Okay, the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is the Juvia's Place Chocolates. I was going to use another one, but I feel like I kind of want to stick to one palette today. Okay, first I'm going to take, this is a BS Small brush. It's kind of like a tapered shadow brush. I'm going to go into this brown shade right here first, and I'm just going to take that, tap it off, and take that right in my crease. And I'm going to take it to the outer corner as well. Tap it and then do little circular motions to blend. So tap and little circular motions to blend it out. Alright, I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics brush. It's a denser shadow brush. And I'm going to go into that first shade. This dark brown right here. It's not the darkest brown on here, but it is pretty dark. And I'm just kind of going to put that right here on the outer corner, nowhere else. A little bit on the lash line, but that's about as far as I'm taking it. Okay, I'm taking this, it's like a Oliver Shadow type of brush, little fluffy. This is from Kala, I got it from TJ Maxx. And I'm going to go into the lightest shade in this palette, this cream. Take my brush in there and just pat that all over the lid. This isn't a cut crease, it's just a nice little blended eyeshadow look. Okay, I'm gonna take that first brush we used, no extra product, and I'm just gonna use it to blend all the shadows together. I didn't dip it back in the pan, I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush and using it to blend everything together. Super simple eyeshadow. Okay, we'll come back to the eyes later. I'm going to prime my face using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is an amazing primer. Almost a dupe for the Milk, and y'all know how I love that, so get all up in here, pat it in. You want your face nice and sticky. You see, you feel? I don't know if you could see it, but you could definitely feel it. So if you haven't tried this primer and you've been wanting to try the Milk primer, just get this one. It's great. I'm gonna set my nose with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Medium Deep 30. I do this especially when I have to be outside to help control my oils because I get really, really oily. So take a setting brush from Real Techniques. This is the 402 brush. Put it in there, tap it off, and then push that into anywhere I feel like I get super oily or might get a lot of fine lines. So my nose and around my mouth is usually where I tend to go. All right, so I had gone to Ulta and had picked up a few new products. So we're trying some new drugstore products today. The first is the Loreal Infallible 24-hour wear foundation. I got the shade 505. This is supposed to have also sunscreen in it. So makeup with sunscreen is a little iffy in my opinion because sometimes it breaks down a little quicker, but I've heard great things about this and I've used it on my clients and so they seem to like it, so I'm gonna seem to like it. I'm gonna start with this out of my face. Ooh, hopefully this is not too light. I'm gonna take my Morphe E6 3 brush and it's a little light. I mean, I know I've gotten lighter, but this looks a little light. Okay, let's see. I'm calling it audible. We're gonna mix this. Okay, we're gonna mix it with my Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Lego. So I got my little palette here. I'm gonna put a little bit of Lagos. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Loreal Infallible. Mix it together. The Loreal Infallible is also like mad watery, but just darken that up a bit. Looks definitely like a better color. Okay. I'm just using this brush and patting it into my skin. Ignore the edges of my hair. I'll fix that later. Okay, I'm gonna spray my face. I'm gonna spray my face with the NYX Bear With Me spray and pat this in again. This is just kind of to refresh the face and infuse. I don't really use that many drugstore sprays. I have a few, but there's the few I have, the few I like. All right, I'm gonna take my elf sponge. It's damp and squishy. It's not wet. There is a difference. Squeeze out as much water as you can. I'm just gonna use that to help me smooth out my foundation and soak up any excess product because that Juvia's Place foundation is thick, honey. It's thick. So this is even, flawless coverage, okay? And I went a little too close to underneath my eye, but we here now. We here now. Okay, so for concealer, I'm gonna take the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C13. Ooh, this one's running out. They're running out. I'm gonna use this to conceal. You know, I have another one. It's close to. They're all running out. Oh my god! I didn't realize I would have picked this up if I would have known. Use this to conceal. I can get some out of here. Oh, I did not know this was running out. I'm going with 2 concealers. I mean, I have other drugstore concealers, but this is the one I like to use as my little base. So I didn't put that much. I'm gonna take another Real Techniques setting brush. I'm just gonna blend that on in. I'm patting, patting, patting. Yep. Nice and even. That actually blended in a lot quicker than I thought it would. Okay. To highlight my second concealer, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible concealer in the shade 385 Amber. And I'm going to take that right there. Right there. I'm gonna let that sit and get a little tacky. That'll help give me a little bit more of a fuller coverage as I contour with my Juvia's Place foundation stick. This is in the shade Katsina. I don't know why I look like I use it the other shade. And take that on my jawline, my cheekbones. 2 little dots on my jawline and down my nose. I'm gonna blend that out using my NYX blending brush. It's a dense, really dense brush, but I just feel like it really helps me to be able to control whatever product I put on my face. So I'm gonna start down here, just kind of poking out that cheekbone. Wow, I really cannot talk today. This is my jawbone. And then I'm gonna do my cheekbone. When you're blending, I'm kind of pressing it in and up. I'm not doing like a swoop, but it's like little mini micro motions. I'm not pressing it down because I want to make sure I keep that line crisp so I don't have to clean it up later. I'm not trying to add any extra products to my face than I need to. To blend out my nose contour, I like to use a smaller angle brush. This is a angle shader brush from Loreal Infallible that I got from TJ Maxx. And I'm just gonna take that and blend this up into my brow and down the sides of my nose. I do have a pet peeve of people not cutting off their nose contour. Even if you don't do the button, you gotta cut it off at the end. Like, you gotta cut it off at the end of your nose, because why would you ever wanna look like that? Like, new product alert. Well, it's not really new. I have a few of them, but I have the e.l.f. Putty blush. I got this shade Bahamas. It's the orangey-ish one. And I wanted to try it because, you know, I don't know. I've been seeing people use a lot of orange blush lately. If I could get this open, like, my God, why are these containers so Putty blush? So it's a pretty orangey shade, but it's not like a bright orange. It's like, I mean, it looks bright orange under these lights, but it's not like a super bright orange, I promise. I'm gonna take this via small angle brush. I'm gonna dip it in here, swirl it in the product, and take it to the cheeks. I'm gonna blend that into my contour. Don't worry if you feel like it gets too close to underneath your eye, because I still have that concealer sitting there that I'm gonna blend in. So this blush is pretty pigmented, and I definitely just used a lot, but I mean, I like blush, so. Sue me. All right, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. sponge and use that to blend out the concealer under my eye. It should be a little tackier right now. I'm using the sponge because I get a little bit more precision than I do with my brush, and yeah. Use the booty of your sponge to blend out all those edges. You don't want any harsh lines. You want a seamless blend. Yep, I like that. Take a little bit of the excess to my nose. Not a lot, but I personally just don't like putting a whole ton of concealer on my nose, just because my nose is the oiliest part of my face. And yeah. Okay, my face is blended. Taking that booty and just making sure everything looks seamless, which it does. Argue with somebody else, okay? To set my face, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in this shade Medium Deep BFF3. Y'all know I love this powder. Be having me looking snatched, okay? I'll be looking like, whew, where's she gonna get her makeup at? I did it. But stupid. I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm just gonna dip it straight into the powder and press it in. You wanna press that powder in. You're not letting it sit on your face. You're pressing it into that product, making sure it's set. If your face still feels sticky and tacky, it is not set. I'm gonna set everywhere. I put concealer, all those lighter areas of my face. Look, your face, literally once you start setting your face, you can start to see how you gonna be looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I be looking good, okay? I did pick up another new product and I'm low-key scared. I picked up the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. One, let's hope I didn't get the wrong shade, because you know I'm known for that. But this is the packaging. This is in the shade Tan 425 Neutral, and it kind of looks like that. It looks fine. That should be okay. Taking my big, fluffy BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm gonna, ooh, because this looks like it might be pigmented. Let me tap some of that off. And go right in on the chin. Yeah, that was a little pigmented, so you don't need that much. Just gonna go over my face. Make sure everything is set and blend it together. I do go over my whole face because I want the whole face to look like it's blended, even though I still have my highlighted areas, you know? But they don't look like, oh, it's highlighted, oh, it's contour, oh, it's blush. It's all like, oh, subtle, blended, ombre, you know? Am I making sense? Okay. Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing a little bit, I kind of am, as usual. All right, I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Photofocus Loose Finishing Powder in Banana. I use it a lot. So I'm gonna take this with a powder puff and bake. I'm gonna apply that to the sides of my nose. I am getting hot. For contour, I'm gonna take the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. This is in the shade medium to dark. And I'm going to take my Japanese angle brush, 961, and I'm gonna go into the deepest shade, the contour shade. It is pigmented, so be careful. I'm gonna take that to where I applied my contour. Okay, I'm gonna take my Oliver shadow brush from Sephora and I'm going to define my nose contour and blend that into my shadow so it doesn't look crazy. But like I said, this is pigmented, so you have to be real careful and go in the light hand. Like what I just did, because I definitely didn't use the right hand. I also got a new Juvia's Place blush palette. This is volume 6. Oh my god, okay. Well, I can't open anything today, apparently, because it don't make no sense. This is an orangey blush palette. The top one does have a little bit of shimmer in it, which I don't mind because I don't use highlighter. So when my blush has a little bit of shimmer, that's fine with me. I'm gonna take this BH Cosmetics brush I'm gonna tap lightly into that orange and take that to my cheeks. Now I'm gonna go put on some lashes. My camera's also overheating, so I'm gonna let that cool down a bit, but I'm gonna put my lashes on and be right back. I used the VLuxe lashes in the shade, in the style Pale Blush. Y'all don't come for me because I apparently don't know how to talk anymore. I'm gonna line my, ooh, no I'm not. I'm gonna dust away this powder. I'm gonna just take my fluffy powder brush, no extra powder, and just pat and dust this powder away. Now you can see kind of like on my nose where I have like more severe lines of demarcation than like the rest of my face, and even like a little bit right here. I'm gonna take my foundation brush, no extra foundation. I'm just gonna pat that down back to earth. We're gonna pat again once I spray my face, but you definitely don't wanna spray and set things that you're not happy with, so. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my NYX spray again and I'm going to spray my entire face. And I'm gonna pat that in again. Okay, now I'm gonna line my lips. I'm using Colorpop BFF3 liner, and I'm gonna line my lips. Next, I'm gonna take, I've been loving this gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Summer Fruit. I don't know, it's like super pinky, but like blends out, and it just, my lips just look so beautiful and pouty. It's so cute. I'm gonna go on top of that with my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Ice. Just be sure to clean your wand off before you stick this book in the bottle, because it will change the color of your gloss. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight. I'm using Dare to Divulge by Makeup Revolution. I'm just gonna take this to my nose. I'm not gonna put any on my eyes today. Make a little exclamation point. And then taking my foundation brush, I'm just gonna blend that highlight in. Don't go crazy. And I'm gonna take my black NYX liner to my lower lash line as well. My waterline. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna spray my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm gonna let that air dry, put on my clothes, and be right back. This is the final look. I look cute, and it's a full face of affordable products. You know, affordable, high quality products are really in. Y'all know I be using a lot of these products on a regular anyway, and I look good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.